Tomorrow we got Florida taking on South Carolina and North Carolina taking on Kentucky. Looking at these two games, what is the best individual matchup on Sunday?
You can be yours first. I'm curious to hear yours.
Come on, everyone knows the answer to this.
What is it?
There's a right answer to this.
What is it?
There's a wrong answer and there's a right answer.
What is it?
The right answer is North Carolina playing Kentucky. That's the right answer. Okay.
Now what's the personal matchup? And it's within that game as well.
Yeah, Joel Berry, third, going up against De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox embarrassed Lonzo Ball. I think did nothing but improve his draft stock. And Joel Berry III just has the moxie that North Carolina needs. Not their best player. He's clearly their leader. He's the straw that stirs the drink there for Roy Williams. And I think De'Aaron Fox may be feeling himself. I think this is actually a letdown game for Kentucky because UCLA went into Lexington and knocked off the Wildcats that North Carolina is just like, oh, okay, yeah.
Cool.
Forgot about us?
Yeah.
I think North Carolina is going to pound the Wildcats.
Oh, is this your lock? This is the lock of the two games.
Lock of the weekend.
Okay. I do like that matchup clear. I think it's very astute of you to point out both the game matchup. I think it's a lot more sexy in South Carolina and Florida, but also the guard matchup. But I'm going to do you one better. I think it's Bam for Kentucky, Adebayo, versus the front line in totality for North Carolina. We talked about that. It's a big Bam game. And it doesn't just have to be Bam himself. There's other frontline guys for Kentucky, but mainly Bam. He's that prime recruit. He's the blue chipper that has been the face of that front line, and he's going against grown men for this Carolina team. Grown men. And it starts with Kennedy Meeks. You got guys like Isaiah Hicks who are hybrid bigs. You got the other big freshman, Bradley. There's a lot of guys for Carolina. They're going to throw a lot of guys at him. He doesn't have to have 20 and 15, but he's got to have like a good 14 and 10 game where he defended a couple blocks, maybe took a charge here or there, maybe grabbed that extra rebound when you really needed it, maybe an offensive putback, maybe a run out where it's a rim run where he gets a quick one, just outrunning those guys, outworking him. It has to be an effort game where he finds productivity in all areas, all facets.
Who do you like in this game?
I'll tell you, man, I've really struggled with some of these games, but I've gotten the marquee games pretty right.
How many teams do you have alive in the Final Four?
What do you like to do? What's your thing? When you do this? I got 0. I literally got 0. It's the first bracket I've ever done. I got to Final Four teams. But as we picked them now as it got along, and you re-scramble and you say, okay, who wins this game? I've been on fire. I think North Carolina wins this game. I think Joel Berry's playing really well. Yeah. I'm always going to go with experience over youth, no matter how talented. I think the talent even itself off in this game. I think if there's more collegiate talent and better college basketball players, I think that leans towards North Carolina. I just think I watched them against Butler, who's a really good team. I thought Butler could get by him, and I was quickly shown the door. I dialed the wrong number on that pick. They're so good getting out in transition, North Carolina. Yeah. They're so good at knocking down open shots. They're one of the best offensive teams in the country, better than Kentucky on that front. And they're so good at getting second chance opportunities. You saw that's how this Oregon team won tonight, a second chance opportunity when it mattered. Carolina's good for a couple of those in a lot of different spots. And a guy like Luke Mays coming up making plays for Carolina seems firing from all cylinders. I love Carolina.
Yeah, this is the national championship game. Sorry, everybody else that's still playing right now. Whoever wins this game ends up winning the national championship.